Hello there, lovelies. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Thank you for coming along and joining me. I have a little confession to make. I have binned my other tissue box, Folio. Now, before you go, no, why? Well, I wasn't happy with it. I went to start working on it last night to do a video, the part 2 of this little mini series, and I had a good look at the front cover, and the glue that I had put the lace on with had left. I obviously wasn't very careful when I was putting the lace down, and it had left a few snail trails, and I wasn't happy with that. I am very very particular about my journals, how I want them to look, and you know, I put all my journals up for sale. I don't keep any of them for myself. Well, I haven't done today anyway, and I, in all honesty, could not, there was no way I could put that journal up for sale the way it was. So, yeah, I have totally removed it, because it just wasn't really, it just wasn't up to scratch. And the other thing was that I just wasn't happy with the way that it would just not stay closed. It would just spring open and there was nothing inside it. So that sort of, to me, sort of drew away from its appeal, and yeah, I just I wasn't happy with that at all. And you would have got that out of the first video in the series that I had done. In that series I had said I wasn't happy with the way that was not the way it was just not, it wasn't structured very well. And so I'm quickly starting off another one. Once I get through this intro, I'm going to go to a time lapse, just so that I can quickly do it. You don't need to see me covering, you don't need to see in great detail me covering it. I will do it on a time lapse, so you still get to see it, but I'm not going to talk all the way through it or anything, because it's just me gluing on wallpaper. I am going to use the last of a very sweet wallpaper that I have, and I'm hoping that it's all going to turn out really well once I have fixed all this up. I'm just checking to see any real rough bits that need to come off, and I'm taking those all off. I'm keeping these side bits because I'm going to make them into flips for the journal, a folio. I keep saying it's a journal, but it's, well, it kind of is, but it's more of a folio in structure. So yeah, I I was annoyed with myself because I had already used some of my lace and but I hadn't put anything else inside it. I hadn't put any pockets or anything in it. And yeah, so I'm just going to find some lace. So I'm going to pause and then I'll edit the segments together and I will be back. You won't even know I've gone. I think I have got everything. So right now I'm just going to glue the wallpaper to the 3 pieces that I have got here. This is the front and back cover, and these are the 2 flip pieces. I've kept all the smaller pieces, which I'm going to do small tags out of. Alright, so the wallpaper I'm using is the last of a roll. I haven't got much left. But it is so pretty. It's very delicate pattern. It's not really a rose pattern, but it'll have to do. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on time lapse now and glue this all together and see how we go. Alright. I actually didn't decide on papers for the outside and the interior of this folio. I just deliberated over whether I would use a steampunk kit or whether I would continue on with the loose theme of roses, and yeah, and I decided I'd go with the roses. I didn't really want to cut into a kit for such a small project, so yeah, so I opted to go with the same idea that I had for the last one. I didn't really want to use this wallpaper because it's all I had left, and I actually wanted to scan it, and oh well, never mind. I have others, so it's such a lovely wallpaper too. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the interior. I had a vague idea of how I wanted it to look, what I was going to put inside it, and what kind of flips I was going to have inside it, because you know, folio is kind of like a flip-flop sort of thing. And I've come up with a couple of ideas, so it's a really good start, and I will probably add to it off camera, and you'll get to see it when I go to put what do you call it, ephemera in it. Sorry, I had a mental blank then. Yeah, so I know that I have to work on the envelope that I want to put in the back of the folio, because I haven't done any collage on it or anything, and it's been tea dyed, but I'm not sure I really want to have it just like that, or whether I want to do a collage on it. So I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Most likely I'll collage it, and I'll probably end up having to snip into it to make it smaller. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes. But so far, with this folio, the last one, I didn't cut the sides off like I did for this one. Like, the flips are the sides of the box. And I think that was a big part of what was wrong with the first one I did. It made it very stiff, and just had no flexibility in it, so it would just spring open and not be very, it wasn't very well structured. Whereas this one, because I'm going to hinge the two flips, it'll actually sit a whole lot better, I think. So we'll see, but I'm pretty sure that that's what's going to happen. And as I already know what's going to happen, because I've already edited all the video before doing this voiceover, it does work out. It works out awesome. So yeah, the folio is going to look really cool for a little cheap weekender, or, you know, short holiday type travel journal. It'll be really, really cute. So yeah, and like, did you see that? I forgot to put the what do you call it? The pouches, the you know, laminating, the laminating sheet. I forgot to put that in. I can't believe that I did that, and I had to go back. But just as well I didn't make a mess of it, because you just do not want to get glue on your transparency film. Be really careful not to get glue on it, especially if the glue's on the underneath side, because then you're stuck with it and it just looks really messy. So yeah, just be really careful putting that on. I don't think I have any other tips. Oh, make sure that you do score an extra line for your spine. Otherwise the signature's not going to fit in there too easily. It's not going to give it a lot of room for growth. Okay folks, well, I'm back, and I think I'm ready to get on with the next part. Everything is dry. I've done the other two sections, which now I can't find. Where are they? There they are. Oh no, they're under here. Stupid me. Oh God, I'm losing the plot. They're my pages. Up here are my pages. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to I'm going to stitch the pages in to the folio. It's just going to be just a few pages. Folio doesn't need to have lots, because you can add other forms of journal spaces within the folio itself elsewhere. And the reason why I'm doing them before I add on the the 2 side flaps is because I think it will be easier for me to stitch them in before adding those on, because I think they'll get in the way. So first of all, I need to prepare all my pages. I've got those 2 and that one. That one's my template. Then I've got 3 there and a doily that makes 4. And I've got these 2 here. So I'm just doing it a very basic way. I already worked out how big my pages needed to be, and so that just made it easier for me. So now I'm just gonna tear these couple down. Oh, I've got so much in the way of scrap paper. I am seriously needing to do something that is going to use up my scrap papers, so I need to do some more masterboards. And I'm quite liking the masterboards for using as the back surfaces to tags and journal cards. Right, and I've got these, so I don't know how much I'm going to use of all these, but we will work it out. So I just need to fold these few. Okay, and a little page. And this one, I just need to work out how much of this one I need to tear off. Okay. Look at that, that's perfect. All right, get that out of the way. Okay, so I did prepare a front page, which is this one. I've just glued some napkin onto music sheet. I haven't done anything fancy. Sometimes I do fancy stuff, but not this time. This doily, I'm going to have to just trim the very tips of the corners off. I'm going to see how that sits before I go stitching this in. I've got some antique book page here. might put that in the other way and make that floral page a centre. Yes. Like that. This is a piece of my faux rice paper. Okay. So let's just see how that looks in the journal folio thingy. Needs to be trimmed a little bit. So we'll just carefully trim that. I'll use the paper trimmer, I think. Right, try that again. Much better. Oh, come on. This page needs to come down just a fraction. And I'm going to just trim off that doily at the top and at the bottom. Right, I'll just double check it again. Yep, lovely. Okay, so that's that. I am going to double check that's on the right side up. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to stitch it in. Hoping I've got that nicely nestled into the spine, I hope. Let's see. Okay, so I am going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. With, oh, great difficulty. There's one. And about an inch down from the top. We'll try again, about an inch from the top. And about the same at the bottom as well. Come on, go through please. Okay. I haven't used this one very often. I usually go for the cream. This is the honey coloured one. Okay. So comes through the middle and either the top or the bottom, and hopefully get it through all the holes first go. There we go. And straight down to the bottom hole. And then back through the centre. If you can see it. Unlike me. Try not to let it split your thread. For any newbies watching me. And your threads need to be on opposite sides of that one that's going down the center. One needs to be on that side and one needs to be on this side. That kind of helps with the tying of the knot. The knot won't split as much then, and you pull it kind of tight, and then you do a knot that's right over left and left over right, or vice versa. And that way. And if you do it that way, you are bound to have a really good knot. And I don't know if I'm going to have dangles, so I'm going to leave a little bit of length for now, and we'll see. That is my signature stitched in. So now, and I'll just count the pages to let you know how many I put in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sheets. So that's 36 all up. Is that right? I don't know. I was never good at maths. Okay, so now for the flat parts, I'm going to do them. Oh, look what I found. a tag. Oh, I might be able to use it in this. I don't know if I will, but anyway. I am going to join these on with lace. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Yes, that is the way I'm going to do it. I have to think of a closure that I want to, whether I want to have just a wraparound one that can be removed or whether I want one attached. I have got some lace off to the side here, and I think I'm going to use this lace, which is really lovely lace. And I'm going to attach it with that. Am I? Or am I going to use this one? I don't know. I love this one. Sorry, it's off screen. What I'm doing is I'm just having a look to see whether I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on here first because I think it might be easier. And I'm going to try and be very, very careful. And I'm just going to do it a little bit at a time, just to make sure that I get it in the exact right spot. How you embellish your folio is entirely up to you, because it'll depend on what you have. You're not going to have the same stuff as me, and yeah, it'll very much depend on what you have at hand. And then I'm going to cut this off. I'm not using this for the back. This is all I have, so I'm going to be very stingy. I don't have much. Okay, and I'll do the back while that's drying. So I'm pretty much going to do the same sort of principle, and I'm going to use this one, I think, or no, it's going to be too messy with the gluing process. I am going to use this coffee one here. Which I'm going to do the same right on the edge pretty much. And hopefully get it around the right way. What have we got? Is that the right? No, this is the right way. Okay. No, I might have the fancy side on the outer parts. Or fancier, the scalloped edge. I'm going to put on the outer part. And trim that. All right. And then this is my flip. I'm going to just wondering whether I want to do it as a I don't think I can do it as a side tuck is what I'm trying to think of. But we will see. Okay, let's see what happens. Can I get a side tuck? No. I might be able to get a piece of paper in there, I don't know. I'm being so careful because of after the last gluing debacle. I don't want another one. Okay. I won't fiddle with that. So, is anyone doing the tissue box folio? Is anyone joining me on the challenge? I would love to know if you are. And we'll try the same on this side. Actually, I'm just going to glue that straight down. Okay, let's see how this one glues down. I can glue down any loose bits after when it's properly dry. Okay. How's this? Look at that. Wonderful. So when it's dry, it'll be nice and secure. All right. I'm going to go back to the outside for now. Okay. So I have a different lace applique. This one is another kind of modern one. I've had it for several years, but it is not vintage. And it's very hard to tell which is the right way and which is the wrong way. Okay. So I'm going to pop that down there, but I want to put something on the spine as well. I always do. I just always have. And I'm not putting anything around the image this time. I actually thought it might have been a bit much last time when I put the two different laces on the front cover. Like I put lace around and lace that went up for anyone who didn't see the first video, and I think it might have been too much, so I'm just going to put this down here and see if that's going to be cool. I do like that. And I could put a piece of this down here as well, I guess. Yeah, I think I will. We'll see. I'm going to do this bit first. Went and had lunch and with my son and my daughter, and caught up with our TV series that we've been watching, our sci-fi TV series. So we're into the last season, which was going to be sad when it's all finished because I've quite enjoyed it. It's, for anyone who's not heard me mention it before, it's Dark Matter. It's a sci-fi, action sci-fi. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. think that's it. Okay, such precision. Alright, now this time I'm going to just put the glue on the thicker sections of the lace, and I'm just going to I'll do this large flower first, and then I'll work my way around it until I've finished gluing it all on. Okay, let's see how we go. So if you didn't watch the first video, how I did this centerpiece, what I used is a piece of, I had a remnant offcuts off of laminating that a friend had done, and she gave me quite a big stash because I didn't have any transparency film, and so the laminating offcuts, they serve the same purpose. It's just as good. Okay, make sure we get this in the right spot. And so what I did was, to set all this in, I glued the die cut to which is a Tim Holtz die cut, to a piece of vintage book or antique book page. And first I glued down the laminate clear film, glued that on at the top and down the sides and the bottom, and then put the paper and the die cut on, set it into the right place, and then I covered the whole interior with scrapbook paper. So that's pretty much how I did all that. Okay, I can't glue any more down because it's a bit difficult to get in there, so we will just leave it as it is, and I'll trim this off. Okay. Right, and I need to do this section here because it's not sitting, it's not gluing, should I say. Okay. Alright. Make sure my pages aren't sticking to the back. There we go. Oh, it's looking pretty. Okay, this is lovely. All right, Now I'm going to put in some pockets. This one here I wanted to put on here, and this is going to be a flip, and it's going to sit almost, it's sitting sort of just before the spine. So I need to put glue just down on the actual flip itself, and then this flap will get glued to it, and it will become like a tuck spot. Isn't that so pretty? Love that envelope. And I'm not doing anything to the envelope. This one I'm leaving it because it is so pretty. When this is dry, I'll come in and I'll line it with some sort of paper. And on here I'm going to put a belly band, and for the belly band I don't know what I'll use. Maybe I'll use this, seeing as I didn't use it before. Make sure I get it the right way round. Yeah, this way. So I'll cut that flower off because, oh, actually, I wonder if it'll sit nicely on there. No, I'll just cut it off. So I'm just going to put pockets in. I'll have to make some ephemera, and then I'll be able to, you know, fill it all. All right. I'm going to put it this way, and you'll see why when it comes time to put something in it. Okay. Hopefully it'll work anyway. Might not. I might have to change tactic for what I've got planned for this spot. I hope it works out. And I have this envelope. I haven't covered it yet, so I'm not going to put that on, but it's going on the back flip. I'll do that in my time and yeah, cover it later. Is that going to fit? Yes. And I am going to pop it there because the back is going to be bulky as well, so it doesn't really matter where I put this. I'm not putting any embellishments inside the signature that I've stitched in. I'm leaving that open for whoever might like to have this pretty little folio. And, you know, since it's a travel, you know, I'm going to advertise it as like a travel folio. This person might have, you know, lots of stuff to put in there. And I'll be filling the pockets with bits and pieces that they can use to embellish their pages and stuff like that. So, oh, look, don't stick, please. On this one, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm going to put the, I'm not going to do anything with the outside. I might pop that in there, but I just want to trim this off because it's a bit crooked. There's some notching. No, can't do it. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, have I been off the screen all this time? So that looks quite nice anyway, even though it is a dud. Alright, so, and then I have got this little piece of journal spot, which I wasn't sure where I was going to put this. So I think I might just use that to go in there if it's going to fit. Yeah. So that fits in there. All right, so the next thing is I'm just going to do some ephemera for this and fill the folio, and I've got to sort out a wraparound tie for it. I'll put some trims on this thing perhaps, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to put anything up here. I may do. I think I will put some of this down here because it's just a bit different. So, where is it? Here it is. Right way. done. Oh. So it's coming along, it's looking wonderful. This is going to be a tuck spot here. I can maybe tuck something in there, I don't know. This will be a pocket and journal spot, and we've got 2 pockets here. I can probably slip one more thing in underneath this one. This is a journal spot when you open it. I've got all these lovely blank pages ready for something to be done to. I really don't think I'm going to do anything to them. I'm going to leave it, and I've got a pocket here in the back. Oh crap, I put it on the wrong page. It's meant to go on here. That's okay. Maybe I'll put a couple of pockets to even it out, or a couple of tuck spots. Oh my god. I'm going to put a pocket in here or something in here and something on the back here. I might do a tag flip or something. We'll see how much I get made in the ephemera stash. And that's not a tuck. So, oh, and that envelope will go in here somehow. I will make it fit. So I would love to know what you think of this one. I think this one's turned out heaps better than the other one. Look at that. It's not jumping open everywhere. It's no different to a journal. And I think it'll look wonderful. I can't wait to get it to a spot where I can wrap something around and tie it up. So until the next video, thank you for coming along and following along with this process. I hope you are making one. If you are, can you just drop me a note below and say yes you are, and let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Coming soon. Peaceful blessings. Bye for now.